How you doing? You good? All right. All right, I'll just go over injuries right quick. Cade had a finger, did not finish. Marquis Haynes, he's actually being further evaluated for a concussion. So that is where he's at right now. And then obviously Pinheiro did not play, had a little hamstring there. So with that, I'll answer any questions.
With Marquis, is he just being evaluated here?
He is. So that stuff's still pending right now.
And so you don't know if he'll be able to fly back?
I do not at this time.
How did Eddie's situation play out?
We were in pregame warm-up, and we went through our normal deal. And at the end of the warm-up, he felt a little grab in the back of his leg. Tried to get some more work done on it, and then in pregame, we had a plan there then that, was hopefully maybe be able to go inside of 40, maybe even 30 extra point type deal, and keep with Camus kicking off there. So it never got any better. So obviously, when there's only one kicker on the, on your 48, that's a tough deal.
You had one for the first drive, which would have been a 39-yarder. Any thought there? Was that...
There was thought, and it's a tough spot, and it's kind of one of those, which way you're going to go with it. We were moving the football well, so I was going to try to ride that out.
Chris, just to clarify, with Marquis, is he being evaluated here in this building or somewhere else?
At the hospital.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
For a concussion, nothing neck related?
No, for a concussion. Yeah.
Chris, the first time this team's been shut out in 22 years, 21 years, did you feel at any point today did you question the effort?
I'm disappointed, obviously, and that's a pretty generic answer. Did not see it coming. I will tip my hat to the Jaguars. But the way we were trending, I did not see this performance coming down. I didn't. It kind of goes back to the first drive deal, whether you wanted to kick maybe a possible field goal there with a backup or with your offense, the way we were moving the ball, and I'm kind of thinking about how we finished the Green Bay game and all those things. I just had a lot of confidence in those guys and doing that. So we never got on track. We talked a lot about starting fast this week and did not do that. So we got one more opportunity. I talked to the guys a lot about really, it's going to boil down to, and you talk about, the shutout and those things. I get that. How are you going to deal with it? And there's only two choices. It's either character or compromise. And those are questions for everybody. And I think that's, we're going to go back to work. They're not going to cancel the last game. And plan on going through the process again and expect those guys, our players, to go through the process. I have confidence in that they will do that. But we've got one more chance to right the wrong, so to speak.
Chris, in addition to Eddie, how did this decision go with JC pregame in terms of activating him and then not putting him?
Right. He did some stuff early on. He tested it. And then just kind of as we got closer to game time, it felt like it wasn't going. So we made a move there with Shaq, and JC obviously was available if needed be.
Why wasn't CJ available?
Because we had already made the inactives.
Okay, so
This is after the inactives.
Okay.
Yes.
What has gone into CJ not being on the roster? He's healthy for the game days.
We elected not to put him up today.
The moment where Bryce went down, particularly that early sack where he was down for a moment, we weren't sure the severity of his injury. What was the process in deciding to have him return to the game?
He was back. They said he was cleared to play, and we put him right back out there.
What was the stiff issue?
He just took a little shot to the back.
Lower back.
Yes, that's my understanding.
That in mind, he took a pretty hard beating today. Was there anything in particular they were doing, stunts or whatever, that maybe they had not done?
I think what happened was we never. If you look statistically, it's not. It's definitely not where you want to be. So that would say that we never got in the rhythm for him, and that's it wasn't good. What do we have? 124 yards of total offense. That's going to be tough to win games when you do that.
Anything else for Coach?
Just kind of in general, Chris, this was, this ends up clinching the how do you just kind of digest all of this on what you said was a disappointing day?
I'm not concerned about the Bears' first pick. I'm really not. I'm focused in on what happened today and why did it go wrong. Now what I'm going to do is I have another opportunity to come back. Everybody, the storylines that you want to write, I get all that. But I'm going to stay true to myself on the process, another opportunity, and whatever's written is written. But I know that if I shortchange myself next week, then I've compromised. And what I have to do as a coach and leading this team at this moment is make sure that we're pros, be a pro, do things right, and be on time and do those things and go through the process to give ourselves a chance. No question, did not play well today. I won't hide from that. I won't run from that. But what I will run to is let's go next week. And let's play. And I still have confidence in those guys. And this is, as I've always said, coaching is about relationships. I am not going to shortchange those guys, and I think they'll do the same. So I'm excited for the opportunity next week.
Chris, you brought up
Last
saying,
one, Mike.
saying the same. Your players have applauded you for being the same guy throughout this process. Why do you think that there have been so many ups and downs this season and maybe during this run you've had as the interim head coach, just from an execution standpoint? Well,
I think, didn't play well today. I think I can say in those other games that we have. And so I'm disappointed and I'm going to look at myself first and what do we need to do in order to fix that for this last opportunity. I have to be the same guy. I mean, I don't think a player wants to play for a guy that's high one week and low the next week. He wants consistency. That's what I want, because I think if you can get consistency, then obviously, it'll breed itself later on. We'll stay the course. We lost today bad. Got it. I'm okay with that. Not okay with that. Let me take that back. We're going to move on and come out swinging the next week. There's going to be zero quit in this deal. We are going to keep fighting. We are going to keep going, and that's all we can do, because those are our two choices: either character or compromise. And I don't think none of you would want to compromise your job and shortchange yourself and say, "Oh, we'll just wait till next year." We got to step up, dust off our tail a little bit, and go back to work.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everybody. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy